Alrighty. Week 10. It's actually out. Not right now for me, but it's out whenever this video is out. Okay, so I read through these challenges, and I want to mention that these challenges are probably the hardest challenges that we've had throughout the entire season. They are very specific and very cool. I think it's unique to the season. Once again, like last week, it was kind of like it. But this week, it uses like the guns that got added. It uses the stuff that's unvaulted. A lot of stuff. And I think it's pretty cool to see. But we're going to jump right into it because I don't know how long I'll take to talk about all these challenges. So jumping straight into it, the first challenge for week 10 is damage 10 different objects with one spray of the charge SMG. Now there's a little like kind of note under it. It says Tilted Towers has an array of objects to spray. So I'm going to assume that the best place to do this is Tilted Towers, ironically. And the only reason why I'm going to say that is because that's what it says. Yeah, I know it's kind of corny, but the point is there is a lot of stuff that you can spray in 10 seconds. I'm assuming that it counts towards walls, fences, any objects. So you just have to get a charge SMG, charge it up for the fullest, and then just spray it around, and hopefully you hit 10 objects. Shouldn't be too hard. I mean, you could probably do this anywhere, but I guess Tilted Towers is like the place that you probably should do it because that's what it says. But I think it'd be pretty cool, you know, like go tilted when it says like go tilted. But yeah, that's the first challenge. I don't know why that's very specific, like 10 different objects, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. I mean, that one's not too hard. Just know that it's gonna be fun when doing it. Moving on, we have damage an opponent with a DMR without aiming down sights. So DMR is a sniper rifle. It's like kind of like the hunting rifle, but it has multiple bullets, and there's a scope on it. It was new this season. It's not bad. Basically, you just have to shoot somebody without aiming down sight, which ADSing, with the scope showing on. So it shouldn't be too hard. You have to do 100 damage total, which that's kind of the hardest part because I think it does 40 damage or like 50 damage. So you'd have to shoot it at least twice, maybe 3 times in order to finish that challenge. But I mean, otherwise, it shouldn't be too hard. Probably finding the weapons is going to be harder. Yeah, that's usually how it works. Usually finding the weapons harder than actually doing the challenge, at least for me. Anyways, moving on, we have damage opponents with 10 seconds of dashing with a 0-point fish. So basically, 0-point fish, they spawn, I believe they spawn in the ice chests at gas stations or wherever the spawns are. I think I could show a picture of where they could spawn, but you have to get one of those. You could probably get them from fishing too. You eat it, and then you dash, and then you have to damage within 10 seconds. You have to do 100 damage, which shouldn't be too hard. I mean, that's just 100 shield. I mean, if you have like a SMG, you could dash towards someone and then shoot them real quick. But the fish itself lasts about 5 seconds, I believe, or like 5, 6, 7 seconds, something like that. So it shouldn't be too hard to do. You should be good to do that. But otherwise, that challenge shouldn't be too hard. Finding the fish, of course, is probably the hardest part. Anyways, moving on. The next challenge is travel in a baller while on water, 500 meters. This one, I don't know why, but this one's very specific, and well, not specific, but it's like easy, but it's like a long distance almost. Like travel on a baller 500 meters, which if you don't know, 500 meters, it's kind of a decent distance. I mean, like 500 meters is probably like, I would say probably like the entire Loot Lake, maybe like there, back, and back again 3 times, I think. And then that's probably 500 meters. I don't know, like guesstimate. I mean, that's probably around what you would have to do, but I don't know. You could probably ride the water down, like go to Loot Lake and just ride the water down, or go to Log Jam and ride the water down all the way down to like Greasy, and it should finish up. But yeah, that's that challenge. Anyways, moving on. Next challenge is eliminate a player with the first shot from the prime shotgun. So if you don't know the prime shotgun, I believe it was the new shotgun, and it shoots twice, I believe. In the prime shotgun, it's kind of like, it's almost like a pump with 4 bullets, but almost the second shot's supposed to do more damage, I guess. I don't know how it works, but you have to kill someone with the first shot. So what I recommend, getting someone low and then just, get your shotgun out and kill the person with the first shot. Not too hard. I think this challenge is more of like, play the game and use the prime shotgun to kill someone. That's pretty much what it is, but you just have to make sure you eliminate them on the first shot. So shouldn't be too hard, of course. I mean, if you're bad at eliminating players, then it will be hard, but otherwise, Yeah, sort of easy challenge. Moving on, the next challenge is drop the hammer assault rifle. I actually kind of laughed at this one a little bit. It just literally, it's drop the hammer assault rifle. So you're gonna pick up a hammer assault rifle and then you're just gonna drop it. Hammer assault rifle is kind of funny because in my opinion, I think it's the worst AR this game or this season. So far, I mean, I mean, compared to other ARs, it's probably a little better just damage wise and it's easier to control. But I don't know. I honestly, I might be confusing the hammer assault rifle with a different one. Because I know there's the hammer one, and then I know there's another one. I could be confusing them. I get them confused. They have the same name, but like one sounds. Actually, I don't know. I think the hammer one, I believe. I feel like it's the one that I actually like, but I could be wrong. I don't know which one it is. And the only reason why I say that is because the chat is yelling at me, or they're saying that it's decently good. But I don't know. I know there's the hammer one. I know there's a hammer, and then there's the one that got involved a few weeks ago. I forgot the other name for the other one, but I don't know. Anyways, the challenge is easy. You just drop it. I mean, you pick up one, drop it, and it should be the challenge is easy. And then the last challenge for the week is actually kind of weird, but I don't know. It's pretty cool. You have to bounce on a crash pad, a bouncy slurp shroom, and off-road tires in a single match. So yeah, it's not hard. I think the hardest part is probably actually. It's not that hard because crash pads actually spawn over by like the ocean, kind of like the water place over by like the big tower and sanctuary. And then the bouncy slurp shrooms are all by Reality Falls. And then you could probably find off-road tires in between it at one of these gas stations. So, I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. Otherwise, you can also find crash pads in like, chests and stuff like that laying on floor loot. But yeah. No, yeah. Okay, so I wasn't confused. Sorry, I want to clarify. The AR that I like is the combat AR, and then the other one, the hammer assault rifle, I don't like. The hammer one you can get in Mythic, and I just don't like it. Just, I don't know. In my opinion, it's not that good. For long range distance, it's not good. Short range distance and like medium range, good, but otherwise, not a big fan of it. I think it's the worst one so far this season. Not one of the worst, but the worst AR in this season that they've released. So. Yeah, and that's my opinion. Other people might enjoy the hammer AR, but I don't. So combat's better. Yeah, nice. Anyways, that's it for all the challenges. They shouldn't be too hard. I mean, they aren't like the craziest, but they are kind of specific to the season, which I enjoy. And then of course, always I go over the last two challenges just in case there's a challenge that breaks or they have to replace it. It's destroy structures and deal damage with explosives. Yeah, those challenges will most likely never come out. I did want to mention though before in the video, this is actually week 10, which is technically supposed to be the last week of challenges. And ironically enough, you finish the weekly challenges. If you did all of them, you get the legs for the toothbrush skin, or at least that's what I call it. His name's Snap, but yeah. But yeah, and then we have these, which I think you're supposed to. I don't know what you're doing for these. Because they come in like 24. This one comes tomorrow, which is the legs. No, the legs are tomorrow, finishing 5 more. But I don't know what you're going to have to do for these. I think these are for, I believe for Vibin. I think you have to do Vibin quest lines to finish Snap. That or you have to do the quests that show up here, which I don't know. I think it's a little confusing. I don't know what they're going to do. I know they started off with tokens at the beginning of the season, but they just ended up doing it where you have to complete weekly challenges or weekly quests. So I don't know what will go on next. Maybe you actually have to go get the tokens again. I think the reason why they stopped doing tokens is because they went on break and they, just in case something broke, they didn't want to, rush to the office and fix it. But otherwise, Snapskin should be done. I believe the legs will be done tomorrow. Or I guess by the time this video is out, it should be done. Well, it should be done, right? And then we have the extra 5 styles, I believe. Yeah, this one comes in 10 hours. And well, these are out by then, so I guess you guys know what they are. But yeah, we have more, and these will come out I guess 21 days, and then we also have 28 days. So yeah, otherwise that's it. Make sure you do the challenges. I know they're kind of boring towards the end of the season, but these are actually pretty cool. So yeah, do your week 10 quest, finish all your weekly challenges. Super easy to do. And that concludes, I believe this will be the last weekly video until the next season. I don't know what I'll do for, challenges next season, but we'll see. Hopefully they're a little bit better, and hopefully I actually, there's something different about them. But otherwise, remember, if you guys buy anything in the item shop, use code Mattio. I'd appreciate it a lot. Thanks for watching. Everyone have a great day, and don't forget to do your challenges.